Hello and welcome back to Food Entertainment for our next review. And this is another film franchise, which I'll be doing all three of these, that people have a big hate relationship with. And when I go into films like this, or film series like this, I tend to try to find out why. And sometimes I can't. Now, I remember watching this movie on DVD back in the day when it first came out in 2008, and I didn't care much for the film then. But now as a 41-year-old man watching this movie and actually have experienced life quite a bit and understand how realistic this is, and the fact that it's based off of real events definitely makes me interested. And I haven't guessed it yet. I am talking about 2008's The Strangers. We're going to be doing the Strangers films next. All right. Well, The Strangers. First off, I'll let you know right now, this is not a review of the unrated version. I prefer theatrical versions of films. And this one, I watched on this setup in my bedroom. And I'll tell you why I say that, because one of these films I watched on the big projector. We'll be getting to that. But I really went in this film, first being happy this film is short, being only at like 91 minutes. It's like, all right, well, if it's a really terrible movie, it won't last that long. And I couldn't find anything terrible about this film. Maybe as somebody who hasn't, had weird things like people ringing at their doorbell on a doorbell in the middle of the night, or weird noises going on outside around their house. Maybe people that haven't had those experiences really just don't understand this film. But I have had these experiences. And yeah, it is kind of freaky, to say the least. Now, do I believe what the tagline that says on the back, unbelievably scary? No, I don't, because I've seen scarier films than this. But this film definitely does keep you on the edge. So let's read the plot synopsis. Explore your worst fears with this shocking suspense thriller inspired by disturbing true events. After a 4 a.m. knock at the door and a haunting voice, a couple, Kristen and James, find that their remote getaway becomes a night of psychological terror as three masked strangers invade, faced with terror, I guess we'll put that way. Kristen and James must go beyond what they think they're able to endure if they have any hope or chance to survive. All right. That's pretty good. And I basically already said a lot about my take on the plot. Basically, you have random people knocking on your door, and they're just freaky. They're weird. They keep themselves in the shadows, and basically they like toying with these two. And you see them all creeping around the background and stuff like that. Very, very good. Almost like Hitchcock type of homage going on. Yeah. You just see on the front, here you have the new artwork. I will show you the original artwork and why I don't use it. I don't like this artwork. It's nice, but I just don't. I actually prefer the new artwork. The new artwork is actually better. This is just a great horror film. Now, is it going to get a 4-star perfect Fuse rating? No, probably not. But I can't find anything bad about this film. Now, I can talk about what I think people who pick on this movie are talking about. I think they're talking about how much exposition this movie is. They probably talk about this movie could have been like 10, 20 minutes shorter if they just went ahead and didn't play this psychological, terrifying mind fuck or mind trick on his viewers and just got to the point. It would probably be a better film. I disagree. I think that's what makes The Strangers actually good. Is all that psychological mind games it plays with the viewer. Now, would I say it's generic? Yes, and that's probably one of the other things that people are having a problem with, is the fact that it is very generic for what it is, which is a home invasion horror film. But that's what it is. It's a home invasion horror film with maxed creepers outside the house trying to get in, and then they go ahead and kill our two main characters. So it doesn't really need to be like that. It's kind of like Knock at the Cabin, the M. Night Shyamalan movie. It didn't need to do much of anything either. And that one, only difference really is I don't have that film. Maybe I'll get it, review it in October, or there's like a couple of weeks left of September, or a week and a half or whatever. Maybe on next paycheck I'll get that movie and we can review that. Maybe I'll change my opinion on that. But the only difference is with that one is the exposition is a little bit different. And the fact that these people knocking at these couple's cabin, they have to kill these people or else the world's going to end. And it doesn't go as far as that with this. It just goes to, oh, you were home and we were bored. We needed something exciting to do, type of thing. So I can understand, which is why I'm not giving this a 4-star. Now, the quality-wise, I know this film is getting a 4K release from Scream Factory. I am not going to buy this movie again because I don't like it that much to buy it again. All right, I just don't. This is good enough for me. This has a new 2K scan taken from the digital intermediate on both versions. It has a 5.1 DTS HDMA sound presentation. This is pretty much a generic Scream Factory Blu-ray release. It's really what it is. So don't expect anything like really special from this one. It's just, it will have the good quality, it will do its job, but it's nothing to write home about. So that's my views on The Strangers from 2008. I give this one it's not a terrible movie, but I wouldn't exactly call it a great or almost perfect film. So I'm going to be giving this film a 2.5 stars. So the Fuse rating is 2.5 stars, which means it's a pretty decent movie. That's what I gotta say. Fuse says, check out The Strangers, and I'll see you on the next one.